Weekly breakdown.
This is the first time we've done it 2 weeks in a row in a while.
Yeah,
I think.
it is. Number 121.
It's Palindrome.
It is.
Luke's in Disney.
He is. Luke is in Disney. Cuddling with Disney worms.
Disney worms? It makes it sound like he's dead. He's cuddling with... He's cuddling with the worms now.
He's in some dark room. Goofy has a gun to his head. He's gonna call for some kind of ransom. I don't know, man. Disney's a fucked up place. It's a Wild West out there.
He's getting frozen with Walt Disney. He's not coming back.
I saw some weird...
Let it go.
Slightly off topic of that. I saw something on the internet where
come on, man. We're on topic now.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
It was one of those insane internet theories where the reason that Frozen's called Frozen so that when you type in Disney Frozen, Walt Disney's frozen head doesn't show up anymore. Now it's the movie.
Nice.
It's one of those internet theories. I'm like, yeah, sure. If you believe that they froze his head.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
His dickhead.
That's what they wanted to survive of Walt Disney. Never mind the fact that he was slightly racist and all that stuff.
I think that'd save his hands.
Yeah, maybe.
Going all that shit. You jerk off with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you, if you could, jerk off with any famous person's dead frozen hand? It can be unfrozen.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be frozen. That'd be uncomfortable.
But they're dead.
You have to choose one person in history.
famous. Well, if it's any famous person, I'd say yeah. I just don't know who off the top of my head.
Oh, okay.
Abe Lincoln.
I go with Marilyn Monroe.
I can say Marilyn Monroe is a good one.
Is that... What's the word? Dead sex?
I don't. It's probably necrophilia. Yeah. Asking the real questions and getting the real answers here.
Yeah. Hard-hitting stuff.
Yeah, that's messed up. Why'd you say something like that? It's a trick question. You fucked up because you answered. Gotcha. I'm wearing a wire.
Fuck. Damn.
Guys turned out. You guys are fucked up. What's wrong with you?
We're going to talk about some Far Cry 5. It's Game of Thrones. And, some other things. Let's talk about Far Cry 5. Let's just dive into this shit.
Coming out next February.
Yeah, February 27th, 2018 on exclusively on Nintendo Switch. It got a cool trailer.
They did get a cool trailer.
What did you guys think of the trailer? It's not on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
But, man. Dude, if this game was on Switch, though, I'd maybe get it on Switch. I don't know.
You guys go first.
Anyways. What did you think of it, sir?
It was
This game's set in America. That's confirmed. Montana. Hope County, Montana. So, yeah.
It was if the Red Dead 2 trailer had any kind of content to it. Is what it reminded me of?
That's a good
where
way.
It showed off the environment, but it actually had some dude talking. So it was like Ghost Recon Wildlands over top of Ghost Recon Wildlands listening to El Sueño over top of the Red Dead 2 trailer, pretty much. It just seems very Ubisoft, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you see people fishing and flying planes. I'm just thinking oh, I wonder what kind of plane flying missions they're going to have. They have so many in Ghost Recon Wildlands, and they have fishing, so I wonder what kind of fishing stuff you're going to do. And they show off the trailer of 3 people that I guess are going to be the 2 people from Far Cry 4 that you help, the brother and the sister. I can't remember their names. They're going to be the 3 people that you help out, so it's you're going to them for missions. It's just, it all seems very Ubisoft, but it looks good. It looks like they're using their new, everything they're going with on Ghost Recon Wildlands, and a little bit of The Ghost Recon Wildlands looked a lot better than The Division, They're kind of what they started with the Division. That general look of the game, like it's more crisp, and everything looks a little more realistic. Everything was animated though, so I mean, who the fuck knows? It could turn out to be a Far Cry game. I mean, at the very worst, like the floor of this game is another Far Cry, but you know, so it's not that bad. I mean, it could be worse. I just hope it's different enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping too, because I mean, Ubisoft has always had really good looking open world games. I mean, Far Cry 4 Primal looked amazing. Watch Dogs 2 looks really good. Ghost Recon looks really good. This one I have no doubt.
I forgot Far Cry Primal was a game.
Yeah, I have no doubt that this game's going to be a beautiful game.
Every time I remember that's a game, it bothers me.
I'm excited for this game because it has, by the time this game comes out, it will be a little over 3 years since we gotten a main core entry in the Far Cry franchise. Now, I agree with you. I hope there's some type of hook there that's just changes things up a little bit. I still want it to be Far Cry. I still want to go around an open world and have just these crazy fucking things happen and go about taking camps my own way and all that stuff is amazing to me. I love that stuff, but what else? You know what I mean?
The thing about this trailer looking very Ubisoft is that, and with this, Ubisoft said this is our biggest Far Cry game yet, like biggest in terms of the open world area you can go to, and they said like from the beginning you can kind of go wherever you want, which is, you know, instantly reminds me of like Skyrim or something, and I really like that in Skyrim. But like, to clarify, this game looks really Ubisoft is that Ubisoft does this thing where it's more about the setting than the actual game at times. Like, what if we had a game in this era for Assassin's Creed? Like, what if we put it like during the French Revolution? Like, that's cool in theory, but it didn't. Like, there's so many other things that just didn't work out. And so it's like you have to give like you have to like package it with something. You need something to fill the game, kind of like you were saying. And it just looks like instantly, I think Ubisoft, it just looks like you can ride like four-wheelers around. That's cool. This is going to be Far Cry now. Like, this is going to be cool. You're going to have more weapons. Like they said, this is the most weapons they've had in a Far Cry game. You can get like a sledgehammer, probably just some crazy shit like a flamethrower, stuff like that. It's kind of Far Cry, maybe chainsaw. But it's just like, I just look at it and see like, hey, this is like a new setting, kind of. Like, that's their idea of like, hey, this is going to sell. It's a big world. It's huge. And it looks cool. But like, what is actually going to be in the game? That's why I instantly think like Ubisoft. Because that's what Ubisoft does. I just, like, yeah. That's what I meant by it looks like an Ubisoft game. Because it just looks like they want to sell it on like, huh? This looks cool.
Montana.
Huh? Montana. How many games are in Montana? You got trees. You got some lakes. And yeah, it looks cool. But like, what the fuck? Do something, brother.
Yeah, we'll see what they come out with. I'm guessing you can fly planes in this one.
Yeah,
it's cool. This whole game is 2-player co-op. It's awesome. Far Cry 4 was co-op, but it was a little goofy.
It's like only like the side missions, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's cool that this game will be 2-player co-op again. One thing that I think has a lot of potential, though, is the story. The story is interesting. It's basically like a militia is trying to break away from the United States in a way.
It reminds me of the entire David storyline of The Last of Us, like with a very watered down, not R-rated version of the Outlast 2, kind of.
Yeah,
like this out in the wild religious crazy people. That's kind of redundant, but you know,
it's kind of interesting timing for this the premise of this game. But what has a lot of potential to me is the villain. I think the villain in Far Cry 3 with Voss was great. Far Cry 4's with Pagan Min was cool, but he was so underutilized throughout the whole game. Don't even ask me what happened in Primal. And So there is a lot of potential in this to have some like crazy ass motherfucker again. Hopefully he's not underutilized. Hopefully he's cool, because that's something that Far Cry's always done pretty well. I think there's a lot of potential there for that. I'm excited for this game though. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hope it's. I understand this is a Far Cry game, but I hope it's not just the same old like these guys control the area, so you have to go and like blow up this plant or their base over here, and you have like that. Those are all the missions of just slowly taking them out and like attacking a big base occasionally. Like, I understand that's Far Cry, but it's like if I play through the whole game and like that's what it is the whole way through, I'm gonna feel a little like Far Cry is the same every year. Like, it's just gonna kind of be just cemented officially. But that doesn't mean it's going to be bad. It's just that means like that's what Far Cry is, and that's going to be a little disappointing. But they did announce that you can like ride, or not ride, but you can like call on animals to attack people for you, like in Primal.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can ride them, but I know you can like get them to attack. They're like bears and Gary Busey, and I don't know.
I'd love if you get Gary Busey to attack people.
Yeah.
I don't know. You heard it here, confirmed.
Gary Busey can attack
in the
people.
game. In the game, not in real life. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Be careful with your accusations. Allegedly. Allegedly, Gary Busey is in Montana just attacking people.
Good God.
No, none of that's true,
Yeah.
to my knowledge.
So, yeah.
What do you think, Fuckwad?
I mean, I haven't really spent too much time in any of the Far Cry games. I tried Far Cry 4, but I think it was like a lot of times when I was trying to play a couple other things. And this game looks really cool, and I want to try it, but it's also just the issue of, Jesus Christ, there's already so much coming out this holiday season that I might...
This comes out next year.
Oh, next year. Well, okay, then this might... Oh, yeah, right. So that maybe I can maybe see myself getting it then, because... Yeah, alright, yeah. I always just assume Far Cry is a big game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I could probably see me getting it, so.
And sort of the thing with this game in that context is that they say it's like the biggest Far Cry game there is in terms of map, and there's probably a lot of side stuff to do, so probably it's going to take up a lot of time. Like, I feel like Ubisoft games are designed now to take up more of your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a game you'll probably at least sink 25 hours into.
Oh yeah, like I anticipate that, and it's like, and I want to get into these games because I mean I've heard good things about Far Cry 4 and Far Cry 3.
I feel like Far Cry is like one franchise that I just feel you would love that you just never really sank your teeth.
I just
into,
never.
Because you're like a creative. I'm going to play around with a bunch of shit type of guy.
Yeah, like I'm
I'm
like the kind of guy who even though that's another game that I never got to sink my teeth into, which I guess I can now. Dishonored. When I played of Dishonored when I borrowed it from Luke a couple years ago, I loved it because it's like, oh, I can go stealth, and it's like, all right, nope, I'm just gonna go in everybody's face and just murder everybody. You can just kind of do it however you want. Like, I'm all for all that kind of stuff. So, and like from what I played of Far Cry 4, I'm like, this is really cool. But then it was just like, oh, I haven't played this in 6 months. Am I gonna pick it up again? I have plenty of other things to play right now, so and that was, yeah.
What else are you playing right now?
I'm playing a bunch of things. I'm trying to beat all kinds of shit right now.
What are you playing?
Right now,
I don't believe you.
Right now, I'm playing
What are you
Overwatch and I'm playing Horizon.
Oh, I'm praying.
I'm praying.
Oh, I'm praying Horizon.
I mean, I
just re-downloaded Horizon.
Yeah, I mean, I beat Telltale's Game of Thrones. I guess Dead Rising 3, but that was both of us, and then Infinite Warfare. I'm gonna do Horizon next, and then hopefully a couple other things after that. But hopefully, like by that point, I'll have some stuff. Are you gonna get the new Assassin's Creed
that potentially could come out this year?
More likely than not. Assassin's Creed,
Battlefront 2, or
I'll probably get the Battlefront 2. I enjoyed the month that I put into Battlefront before everybody fell off of it. Like it was a genuinely fun game. Like there's games that have multiplayers. I have less reservation about being like I need to like space out my stuff because like it's multiplayer. I'll just play it and I'll get my time out of it anyway. So, but like Far Cry, since Far Cry is like a single player experience, it's like okay, like
it's multiplayer now. You can play with someone.
Well, I mean,
only
like
one other person. It's gonna be
let
Destiny Fire teams all over again.
Let me
with less people.
Man, let me rephrase my statement with like competitive multiplayer.
Oh.
Like if it's like, there's like a competitive multiplayer to a game, be like, oh yeah, I'll pick it up day one because it's like cool. I can play this sometimes. So.
What is the game? Resident Evil something core. What was that game? That was really bad. The Resident Evil game.
Resident Evil.
It's like you play as the
Umbrella Corps?
Yeah, Umbrella Corps.
Mm-hmm.
That game's really bad, apparently. I just thought of that. Game's really bad.
Yeah. Dude, since, on the topic quick of beating games, yeah, I can breathe for the first time now.
Yeah.
So when I was playing Andromeda, I was just like all wrapped up in it, and I felt like that's the only game I could play.
You're playing what?
Andromeda.
Oh.
Since I beat Andromeda, like just a few weeks ago, I finished 6 games.
Shit.
So I was like, I feel good. I'm like, I finally got Andromeda off my plate, and now I'm just boom, 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 knocking shit out.
That's kind of like the point that I'm at. I'm trying to do. I'm gonna do it all summer, but I just every year in between when this cool semester ends and E3, I try to just beat a bunch of shit. So I still have a lot to go through though.
Yeah, I do too.
Like I also because I got tired because I'm like now I'm just kind of playing through Overwatch with the event going on. And I can't get any of the free loot boxes. So and I'd be like, I bought this game 2 months ago and I barely played it. I started playing For Honor.
Mm.
I bought it. I'm like I touched it when I first got it and put it in and it went through and like I did the introductory stuff and like learning how to play the game and I picked my stuff and then I put the game away and didn't pick it up for 2 months. So I'm playing that now.
I touched it and put it in.
I just
like how you're like, I put it in.
I mean, technically, too, if you throw in Resident Evil 7.
We did beat that.
Beat that. You beat Kingdom Hearts. First one.
Okay, so I mean, I have... That one I'm a little bit more willing to just say, because that was like a whole 2 month thing. I'm also waiting, because I haven't decided yet whether or not I want to play through, because we're really off topic now, but oh well, screw it. Whether or not I want to start Kingdom Hearts 2, or if I just want to finish everything in Kingdom Hearts 1 and just be done with that game.
Mm-hmm.
I might hold off, because I do want to replay through Kingdom Hearts 1 at some point. I've started doing my thing. To get the last couple trophies.
Oh, okay. I thought you just said, like, playthrough to playthrough. I was like, Jesus, you just did everything.
Right now, I'm doing that thing where, like, I did it yesterday while we were playing. Was it yesterday? We played Dead Rising 3 yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. While we were playing Dead Rising 3, I had my PS4 on offline, and I just had Kingdom Hearts sitting in there, just letting the hours tick up, so I could get to the 100-hour mark, let it tick over, and just do.
Jesus Christ!
Come on. Because then it saves me a playthrough of having to try and beat it in 15 hours. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I don't want to do that.
Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, this is a segue to the news.
I guess there's some stuff about
we're going to
Square
talk about
Enix.
That or no?
Yeah,
we can mention it. It's just the shitty stuff about what's happening.
Yeah, Square Enix said that they're planning on launching Kingdom Hearts 3 or Final Fantasy 7 Remake
and the Marvel game
in the next 3 years or so.
The or so is like the thing.
That's professional.
And then going on top of that, there was like a leak saying that, which I'm kind of in your mindset. I'll believe it when I see it. That when that supposedly somebody, probably Disney, is putting pressure on Square Enix that Kingdom Hearts has to come out next year, and that it's coming out. You've put enough time into this. We want this game out, and so.
I would hope so.
I would hope so too.
Because that's kind of their job.
Like,
I would get pissed if I was like, as a company that oversaw Square Enix, like owned Square Enix, would be like, come on now, let's get this shit out of here.
And it's like, Kingdom Hearts is the game that shouldn't take 7 years to make. Like Kingdom Hearts 2, like every other Kingdom Hearts game is like a fantastic game. They've maybe taken 2 or 3 years to make. Like I don't know, like Kingdom Hearts 2 only took like 2 years to make.
Is it a thing where they just have... Do you think they haven't worked on it enough? Or do you think they're overthinking it and they're putting way too much in it and it's going to be shit?
Tetsuya Nomura is a perfection. The guy who's in charge of Final Fantasy.
How do you do that in the previous games, just having like 2-3 years?
I think...
And they were so good. Why now is it like 7 years? Do you think he's going to like overthink everything and it turns out it's like...
I think it's because there's a lot more potential. Like, to put in perspective, when they put out Kingdom Hearts 2, and I think I mentioned this a couple times, they pushed the PS2 to its limit. there's a thing where in Kingdom Hearts 2, all the cutscenes are rendered in real time with like whatever equipment you have, like whatever weapons you have, or show up in the cutscene. There's one pre-rendered cutscene in the whole game, and that's right before the 1,000 Heartless battle. Because having 1,000 Heartless on screen attacking all at the same time, literally, the PS2 almost couldn't handle it. So like they were doing stuff like that a while ago, but it's like technological issues. Now they have the new consoles, and it's like they can do all this stuff. And that was the whole thing that took Final Fantasy 15 forever. Final Fantasy 15, because he was in charge of it. And he's like, nope, it's not good enough. We're going to keep working on it. And the only way that game got out was because they put somebody else in charge of it, and then he finished the thing.
Yeah. So that's why it wasn't... Was that why parts of it seemed, that I've heard about it, seem like inconsistent?
Precisely. That's like what the narrative is right now.
Just speaking of like technology... I've heard Todd Howard say that they have Elder Scrolls 6 planned, like everything they know, everything they want to do with the game. They've had it planned for years. It's just, and this was like maybe a year ago that the technology isn't available yet for the game, which kind of makes you wonder, like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also
is it that the technology isn't available, or is it that like they still want to use their shitty engine, and just in their world they don't know that other games.
No, I mean they're using Unreal. At least if you're talking about Kingdom Hearts, they're using the Unreal Engine, Unreal Engine 4, which is like everybody uses.
Bethesda.
Oh, Bethesda's they're gonna use their same shitty engine and all that stuff.
That's the only engine that they know. Like, yeah, technology doesn't get any better than this.
Fucking. The other thing is, we're getting close to probably
they come to work
at least the next iteration of consoles. Like, I mean, the Scorpio's coming out, so it's like, what the fuck does that mean? Does that mean it's like, oh well, Kingdom Hearts and all those games? Well, we got to up them for the new things. It's gonna take more time. It's like,
just put another 7 years. Then there's gonna be another Scorpio 1, Xbox Scorpio 1. It's gonna come.
Just put out the fucking game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm almost at the point where I don't even care if you have like, almost at this point, because I mean I love the games this much, and I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite, but I kind of don't care. If you Destiny want it, and you're just like, put the game out, and then just be like, we're gonna put out DLC, and we're gonna bring the other stuff, and I'll be like, just put the damn thing out at this point.
E3 2013, that game was announced, and here we're coming up 4 years later.
We've seen like 2 other bits of gameplay since then.
Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy remake?
Kingdom Hearts.
Final Fantasy was
2015.
15, yeah.
But with Final Fantasy 7, they are urgently recruiting to get people in that game to surpass the original's quality. That's what they said. They're in a no-win situation with that game.
Because you're not gonna please people who are hardcore. Like, it's got to be exactly the same as the original.
Yep.
I mean,
you're gonna fucking piss anybody off with their like real-time active combat. It's like they're in a no-win situation.
And then also the whole thing with Square Enix has said that despite them selling IO Interactive and the game, because Hitman didn't sell well, or at least their sales figures, Hitman didn't sell well because they released it episodic, and they're selling it and they're getting rid of all that stuff now, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do that with all of our major titles. So Final Fantasy 7 and potentially Kingdom Hearts 3, they're gonna come out episodic.
Well, 7 they said it's gonna be episodic.
But like they're saying, like that's kind of the direction that they're going. Instead of it's games as a service, as they called it. Not like like, you know, you pay for the thing and then they just keep updating it every time. And I'm just like,
yeah. Square Enix
is a weird fucking company, and they piss me off.
They make a lot of really, really weird decisions to me. So by 2020, we'll see Kingdom Hearts 3. God damn it!
That game better be fucking nice. I mean, I'll probably still like it anyway. Like, I mean, Kingdom Hearts isn't a fucking hard game, or like a fucking complex game. So it's like, as long as it's like Kingdom Hearts, I'll be fucking happy. But if there's not some kind of extra edge to it, like it doesn't look extra fucking nice, or it's not like that, it's like, oh, it's 8 years to make. Oh.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, we'll see. Anyways,
goofy voice acting, right?
Let's talk about.
Apparently, a lot of the voice acting's been done.
They're redoing reshoots.
They probably have to redo it.
DC bought it. DC has Kingdom Hearts now. They're gonna do reshoots. Game's not dark enough. Wait, no, it's too dark. That's not dark enough.
Let's talk
Like,
about Game of Thrones.
I could see like Warner Brothers going into a room and they have like the dimmer switch on it, and they spend like 8 hours trying to get the lighting right. Like, it's too dark now. Okay, now it's too light. Now it's too dark, and it's finally the lighting just ends up being shit.
Ha.
Yeah. Every room they go into,
It's too light in here. No.
and it's too dark. You're like, you gotta fix this.
Yeah.
I would hate having Warner Brothers at my house. It's too dark in
I
here.
would hate having Warner Bros.
With the sun, it's too
At
light.
my
It's
house.
too light. We need to make that a little darker.
It's okay. Zack Snyder can fix it.
Not anymore.
Eventually.
Not anymore.
Let's talk about Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones got its season 7 trailer.
First official one. They've had a bunch of teasers come out. But
Yeah. But first full-blown thing is here. We got to see a lot of action. There's going to be a lot of shit happening in 7
no
episodes. this
White
season.
Walkers in the trailer though. At least not like outwardly shown, which is like weird because that's been a big part of just about every other marketing thing that they've done. Like all the teaser trailers have them in it in some way, and then this is just they're absent. It's like, I mean, I get it, but it's like I think they'd show at least a little bit.
Yeah. You see like Daenerys' dragons flying around a lot through fields.
So like covert for boobs.
No, that's
Hey
that's
baby,
her
let me
name.
see the
Let
dragons.
out the dragons.
Yeah.
If I was a girl, that's what I would name my boobs.
With the fucking
dragons.
Dothraki and stuff. It looks wild.
There's a lot of cool, like, if you look, there's a lot of, like, extra shit that, like, you can kind of see. My voice cracked there really weirdly. It was,
I'm just laughing at extra shit.
like, if you kind of look, like, when there's the Unsullied and the Lannister armies fighting, I think because at least the trailer hints, at least at some point, there's going to be fighting over Casterly Rock, which will be interesting. Because there's, like, a big Lannister seal of arms over top of a building. So unless they redid a lot of the architecture in King's Landing really quickly, that's what it seems like. So it's like, oh, we're finally going to go there and have Tyrion sit there, and it's going to piss off Cersei and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. There's a lot of potential for this season.
Yeah, Melisandre's apparently at Dragonstone, which is interesting, and like just a couple other cool things like that in this trailer. I'm super stoked because that's only a month and a half away, roughly, maybe 7 weeks. Yeah, I think it's like 7 weeks actually. So,
yeah, the only thing that worries me could potentially, and we'll see how it plays out, is they said that things are going to happen even quicker this season than last, which I was like, fuck. Like last season, certain things happened just ridiculously quick, and people would like hop. Like I remember Varys in the last episode was like in Dorne and then back with Daenerys in like the same episode. I was like,
yeah.
Like I get it. Like you don't want to spend a lot of time wasted time on stuff that might not matter, but still, you know, you gotta make it somewhat believable.
Or like Arya crossing.
Yeah, out of like fucking nowhere. Really, it's like, all right,
Is it Arya?
yeah, I don't know, but
Arya.
Yeah.
From Mass Effect?
Yeah.
We're still talking about... Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Alright, Game of Thrones.
But we'll see how that turns out. I mean, who knows?
They
It could
tease.
not be big.
It's like this trailer does a great job of getting me excited for season 7, but at the same time revealing basically nothing I didn't already know. Like it teases all the stuff again. Daenerys making it to Westeros because that's a big shocker that she's going to make it. She doesn't
Wouldn't
die.
you already know everything if you read the books?
Or they're past the
No.
books.
Oh,
They're past the books now.
Yeah, the books aren't finished.
Then why do they still need books? If it's in the show.
George
They don't
R.
need
R.
books
Martin
anymore.
probably doesn't think so, but
Yeah.
Or like that
You could
Littlefinger's.
just use a transcript from the shows.
Littlefinger's still kind of like trying to mess with Sansa, and it's like, oh, I didn't see that coming. It's like,
Littlefinger.
yeah. I mean, I'm really excited. And the thing is, from this trailer, which we were all kind of assuming that, it's just like the budget HBO's throwing at this stuff is amazing. I mean, there's movie level budget for some of this stuff. I mean, there is no place you can go on with television to see something of this high of quality. To be honest with you, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's two things. One was kind of tied to that, and the other one's another thing. What?
The Eric Andre show.
Did you see how fucking big Drogon is in the one shot? Like, they just keep getting fucking bigger, which is awesome. And the other thing was, I heard a theory that would be like of the dark quality that I could see happening with the show. Where, again, when I was just talking about Sansa and Littlefinger, Littlefinger convinces Sansa to basically somehow oust Jon, and he's no longer king in the North. She becomes queen. White Walkers attacking the Whites. He abandons her, and then, you know, and then the idea was that she becomes the Night Queen, because she didn't believe Jon about everything, and she followed Littlefinger, and then like that's dark. I hope it doesn't happen, but at the same time, if it were to go down a path like that, it's a good idea.
Yeah. Another thing with this season though that I hope doesn't happen is like fan servicey like stuff, because some of that stuff clearly happened in season 6 of some very, very fan servicey stuff. I hope it doesn't get too much.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of things where some people, like, there was that leak, like, God, was that? Well, no, it leaked like 6 months ago, whenever it was, when all those things leaked in, and like I looked at it, and like a lot of the stuff seems very fan servicey, like, and they just kind of throw things that kind of like, how are you gonna know this? Because it's like how they're supposed to be like, oh, there's gonna be like a white polar bear that attacks because they go beyond the wall. That's something that showed in the trailer, and it's like that happened in the books already. That's just like a fan servicey thing to kind of get people on board, and so it's just like, I hope things like that don't happen. Like there's a lot of things with the rumors out there, and it's just like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That Jon, his real name is Aegon. I'm like, but there's already Aegon, so before. Whatever. And it's just like, whatever. So stop.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a lot of weirdness, so it's like, I hope they do it right, and I hope that in the long run, when the books eventually come out, I actually almost kind of hope that the show goes like a completely different direction than the books, because at least then reading the books, it'll be like, you don't know what's going to happen. You have a basic idea, but it's like, who knows? Because like, there's a lot of things they don't even like reference in the show that happens in the books, and so it's like
they which is crazy to say, but they simplified Game of Thrones for the TV. They did, and even then on TV it's still complicated. It's a very, very complicated universe, and I mean that's one thing I love about it, but like books are really complicated, like 10 times more complicated, I think, just because of there's way bigger cast characters.
Yeah.
And you're hopping all over the place all the time. You have to keep track of a lot of different characters, and then something small that they might do then it comes back and it's like, oh yeah, I forgot that they did that, because there's so much shit going on and stuff. But there's I think reading the books makes me slightly less excited for this, not because I think the books are better. I'm indifferent about them just because I watched the show first and then or now reading the books. I think they're both really good, but I think just me personally, like certain things in the books, I just think they really missed the boat on in the show, which makes me a little bit sad that stuff's not there. But then some things in the show, I honestly think they did better in the books. So. Yeah. Anyways, I mean, it's cool. It's gonna make me sad that it's only 7 episodes, but still, I mean, if it's as high quality as it's looking, like, damn, that'll be pretty wild. Season 8 is confirmed for 6 episodes.
Officially 6.
So
there's only 13 episodes left.
Yeah, I almost would have preferred them. I know it would have been a lot of work on their end to just do it all in one shot, and then just have this one long 13 episode epic run, but I know that's a shitload of work.
Yeah.
On their end. I mean, we wouldn't be seeing it probably this year.
Yeah, not until like next year then.
Yeah.
Because they did have to film, and then they'd probably have to stop filming because of the weather, and then because they got to make sure it's cold. Because winter has come finally.
The Great War is here.
Doesn't matter whose skeleton sits on the Iron Throne. That's the best line of the whole goddamn show. I'm like, there you go, there you go. Davos is like my favorite.
He's
character.
the fucking man.
He's like my favorite. I like him a lot.
He's so good. The actor that plays him is just phenomenal. I forget his name.
Yeah, I think it's not John Cunningham, is it? Something like that.
I don't know.
I think something like that. Don't quote me on that. I don't want to sound like an idiot, even though I probably already do.
Yeah. Anyways, Game of Thrones season 7, July 16th.
Mark your calendars.
Yep, it's almost here.
Wow. Yeah. 7 weeks. I'm super excited. I have to rewatch season 6. That's one thing I want to do, and then before I'm gonna save rewatching the entire series again before season 8, and then right before season 8 happens, I'm gonna rewatch every episode of Game of Thrones just to get through the whole thing.
Yeah, in a day.
I don't think I can do that. I'm pretty sure that's not possible. Not unless you can get me a hyperbolic time chamber.
I mean, we can work something out. Why not?
Why not?
All right. One other thing that we're gonna have a chat about, more in passing, I guess, but still, this happened a little while ago. Zach Snyder is no longer directing Justice League right now. Joss Whedon is going to step in and finish the movie up. Zack Snyder is stepping down from it because his son committed suicide back in March.
I thought it was his daughter.
I will double check here.
Yeah, I thought it was his. Well, I'll continue the story. So, so he took a break for a while, naturally to be with his family because, stuff like that, sucks.
It is his daughter. That's my apologies.
Yeah, because that sucks when that kind of thing happens. And then he came back and he's like, all right, I'm going to try to work and try to get through it, just kind of focus on something else. But I guess he's decided that he needs to spend more time with his family, which is fine. I mean, that kind of thing, that's got to suck. And so
I can't imagine working through something like that.
Yeah,
I just can't.
Yeah, it's like
I completely understand. Like, I'm going to work on this and try to be creative and get my mind off of it or something. But that's an extremely overwhelming thing.
Yeah.
And kudos to Joss Whedon, man, for stepping in. I feel like they got a really good guy to come in and finish something like that. Of some scale and all that stuff. I mean, he did Avengers. He knows what these things are like.
Yeah, he did the first 2 Avengers movies, so he's got some. Yeah. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to. He knows because I like the first Avengers, so he knows how to take an ensemble cast and balance everything out and make it decent. So.
What's nice though, sort of, is that Warner Brothers first they suggested pushing back the release date of Justice League, so they were still going to be like, I guess take time off, do what you got to do, come back, and I mean it's fine, we'll get it out eventually, type of thing. Which is for a big company like that to have this is one of their biggest movies. I mean that's pretty. It's an incredibly thoughtful thing.
Yeah.
There, but this Zack Snyder said no to that.
So. And then they got Joss, so
yeah. And then Warner Brothers extended Snyder a first look deal to give him time to work on other planned projects when he returns to work. Whedon will take over the post-production process. They are also doing a bunch of reshoots and stuff, typical stuff for movies. So, yeah, best of luck to Zack Snyder, man. I can't imagine doing that.
Yeah, that kind of stuff's got to be rough, and then to try to do justice to what or do do a good job, and it's and that's weighing on your mind. That can't be easy.
So that's supposed to be a pun.
I didn't mean it to be a pun.
Right.
I immediately knew it, and then I'm like, ah.
But also, to me, to have to then I mean, I guess he didn't have to say, but then to kind of have to publicly announce that of oh yeah, I'm stepping down because of this. I mean, I wouldn't want to say what exactly happened personally, but
Yeah.
still. I guess you almost kind of. I mean, that would be if he just stepped down.
That would look kind of weird.
Yeah, but also people would just like jump all over him because he's bail on DC. Blah, 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 blah. So,
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in like we said, Justice League is in good hands with Joss Whedon. So.
Yeah.
It's in decent hands. Like, I don't know.
If it's in decent hands, if it's in Age of Ultron, it's in good hands if it's the first movie. I really think
as someone
the
that
first movie
didn't think
great.
the first movie was, I thought the first movie was very average. Like, I don't think there's some things that are bad about it, there's some things that are decent about it, but overall I thought it was very, like, there. I mean, most people like it, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest, like, Joss Whedon's not, Buffy was good, but I don't know. His Marvel stuff, I mean, I felt like it did what it needed to do. But if he's only handling like post-production now and some reshoots, it's still really Zack Snyder's movie
absolutely.
for the most part.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, and also, I mean, if they're putting out like trailers,
look
they
at
already
stuff.
have a good bit of stuff done.
Yeah.
It's just like, maybe reshuffling some few things around.
He's just there to be like, yeah, I wrote Alien 4.
Did he really do that?
Yeah, he wrote that mess.
Right on.
He did. I read that he did come out after the fact and say like, yeah, it was directed badly, it was acted badly, yada yada yada. But it's like,
Yeah.
I still think it was a turd. It was a turd that was like stepped in and like mixed with like, I don't know what's disgusting. Burger King, like mixed with some Burger King, and it was made worse. But it was still a turd to begin with. Directed by a French guy.
When someone says
You know
to
the
you,
French.
Alien 3 or 4 is better than Alien Covenant, do you think they're crazy?
Right now, I don't agree with it, but I do want to see where Alien goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's some interesting stuff.
Because the more I think about Alien Covenant, it's just like Ridley Scott wanted to make a different movie. That's the whole thing. Like he didn't want aliens. Like there's no part of that movie where it's like I feel like in his heart of hearts he wanted aliens in the movie, because he had this, like with Prometheus, it was this whole other thing, and he's on this whole like creation thing now with like Morgan, with Prometheus. He's making another Blade Runner. He's going back to that, so it's about creating life, and you saw that in Covenant. He's all about that now. It's just the aliens were so like it's just that's not.
I think there's
I don't know.
I can kind of see what he's trying to do. It's just that Alien Covenant's a weird movie to put in, because there's a couple things that, like, after I was thinking about like Alien Covenant a lot after we saw it, like, so then when I watched like somebody, like, it was a video like explaining the ending, and like the way that somebody explained it to me was like, there's a lot that we don't know that happens prior to Alien Covenant. Like, we don't know, like, I mean, we'll say spoilers right here for Alien Covenant. Maybe I'll write this down just so I can, for mental note. But like that, David and Shaw, they both, like, we don't know how. Yeah, well, probably we don't know how much time takes place in between them leaving the engineered world and then them showing up on the Covenant planet.
Because David said he was on the Covenant planet for 10 years?
I believe know.
I want to say that he said he was on the planet for 10 years. But then I don't know.
Because, like, maybe.
Space is big, man.
Space
could take years.
So it could take years to get there. We also don't know if they went directly there. You know what I mean? Like, what if they went... So, like,
stopped at McDonald's on the way?
Yeah, they stopped at McDonald's. So, like, maybe they, like... Because it seems like the Covenant planet isn't the home world. I wouldn't think that would be the home world of the engineers. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah.
First off, I also find it weird that every single inhabitant of that planet was in that cathedral all at the same time, and he killed all of them.
I mean,
the entire inhabitants of the planet.
The thing about why do I go to Donald Trump? I'm doing this all the time. I go to Donald Trump. Like, the thing about Prometheus is at the beginning when the Promethean like drank that shit and he like, you know, his seed went everywhere. What I was reading, well, what I read before long ago when Prometheus came out, well, after it came out, was that that's how the Promethean was terraforming that planet. Like, he was spreading his DNA. That's not Earth.
Yeah.
But he was terraforming a planet. So I guess they're set up on all kinds of planets.
Yeah. The other thing, which is like an interesting thing that I saw, apparently Ridley Scott said that the engineers did not create humanity. They were both created by something else, and they're both just designed to try to expand everywhere. He says that's the thing.
He's a fucking idiot. Like, I like him, but he's a fucking idiot sometimes.
And it's
like for a movie's sake, just shut up. Just shut up. Quit saying shit when it's like, when you establish something and connect it and it works, then you're like, no. It's like, what the fuck? How are you gonna...
Fuck that.
Apparently then I guess we're gonna team up with them. We're gonna go find both of our creator. And it turns out they were created by someone, so we're gonna team up. It's like some big fucking Scooby-Doo mystery at this point.
It's just gonna go
sad.
on.
Like, he knows cinematography, and he directs a movie, like, fucking amazingly, but, like, details are amazing. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. But he's a fucking moron sometimes. Like, I just want him to shut up. Quit talking about shit.
Stop.
Write a book.
Stop
like,
saying
what
things.
he wants to do is write a book, or make a different fucking movie. It's like, seriously, he just keeps talking. Like, yeah, actually, I had it's an idea. You don't have to say it out loud.
Yeah, it's like, there's a lot of weird things like that. Like, I guess the planet from Prometheus isn't the planet from Alien. And so, I guess that's where David ends up going. And apparently, like, because I didn't notice this when we watched it, like, the thing that he makes isn't exactly like the xenomorphs in the other movies. Because you notice it doesn't have, like,
it's a neomorph.
It's a protomorph.
That's the word. That's what I read. It was.
Because it's
called a protomorph.
Because he doesn't.
With the thing from the eggs in like the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called a protomorph
okay.
because like they don't have the biomechanical stuff. I was like, why do they look weird? Because they don't have like the fucking weird looking shit in the neck and things like that.
So now you have neomorphs,
protomorphs,
and protomorphs.
Yep.
It's just getting fucking stupid.
It's getting fucking stupid. So it's like, I'm just like, just fucking fine. Do whatever movie to connect Prometheus and Alien Covenant. Make the movie you want to make, and then fucking just do the other movie, and then fucking just make the movie that people want you to make, and then be done. Make the movie that connects Covenant and Alien, and then just stop.
Yeah, you don't have to like act like you're smarter than everyone, because it's like serious, like this thing that he does. It's like when people are like, oh yeah, that makes sense, because like, okay, yeah, I can understand this movie now. He's like, well, actually, like, he has to come out and say some shit so people think like, oh, there's this bigger scheme in mind. It's like, no, you're just saying shit. You're like Donald Trump. You just keep talking when you should just like stop and think and come out with like a clear, you know, thing. Work on a movie. Don't just like every idea you have. Well, actually, yeah, this is how it's going. It's like, I don't know. And like it sounds cool, but then in action, Covenant just fucking shit the bed in some places.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel with Covenant.
Shit didn't fill the bed, but there are definitely some turds in that bed.
Like the only thing that was like
that
I came out of Covenant like, yes, that was like maybe somewhat worth it. Probably maybe one of the things that you kind of didn't like, which is like, again, how they explain, here's how the eggs and all that stuff happen. I'm like, okay, fine, that's pretty cool. You're kind of explaining that away. That's interesting.
When
that's
David was like
how David is responsible for it. Like, that's cool. And they're making David, and then they're making David like the villain of these movies, and it's like,
I mean, I don't mind that. I just want to see where that goes. I didn't like how like the reveal at the end, where it's like, I don't know how else they could have done that, but at the same time, it was like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit.
It's just like he's constantly setting up another movie, almost. And he's like, he left so much like unsaid in this movie, and then The thing that bothers me is after the fact. He's like, actually, no, this is this. It's like, well, put that in the fucking movie. Don't say that outside of the movie. Write a book that fills in the gaps. Do it like Mass Effect has comic books and books. Dragon Age has books. Fucking Halo has books. Video games have books. Movies have books. Game of Thrones. Don't be a jackass and just say shit.
Yeah,
That's what bothers me.
I hate when like a lot of people. I hate like when TV shows
because this is an
do
awesome
that.
story. Just put it in like the right medium.
That's like the one thing that like pissed me off. Like a lot, like a couple TV shows that like do that. They just kind of like they'll mention stuff in the show and then it won't get resolved.
This is like the Grimoire
show.
cards.
Exactly.
Destiny. This is seriously Grimoire.
Like they'll mention the stuff in the show and then they won't resolve it and then somebody has to ask the question.
Yeah.
Like that happened like in the most recent season of Teen Wolf. Like they kind of was like, oh, the Ghost Riders, they're stuck, and then that was all they said. They never explained how. And the writer's like, oh yeah, it's we just came up with a reason. It's like you couldn't have put that in the thing. Somebody had to ask him. Like after it was done, I'm like, oh, stop that kind of shit.
Did you know about the synthetics from Alien being related to Blade Runner? Like they're the same. It exists in the same universe.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Apparently, it does.
God damn it, Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Did he do Blade Runner?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's doing the new one, right? Yeah, he's doing the new one.
Wow. It's all about creation and
You
man-made.
know what the other stupid thing is when you think about Alien Covenant and a little bit about Prometheus? Well, mostly Alien Covenant. How the fuck do the Alien vs. Predator movies work into this now?
I thought they're not canon. That's what I thought.
That's what I assume. It's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only thing that fucking makes sense.
Canon.
But then the weird thing is that you watch the second one, which is not good, but I owned it for a long period of time. They
don't say that it's not canon, because somewhere in the world Ridley Scott will hear you and he'll come out and be like, well, actually,
this is how it works. Because like they try to like, and the one thing about the second of those movies did alright was like trying to explain things, because like technically in 100 years we're going to be at Alien, around 100 years. Like it takes place in like 21 something. Like that's like the timeline. So like, how do we get there? Then that's what they did. So like somehow like one of the companies gets their hands on the Predator cannon. It's like, oh, that's how we space. Yeah, big giant dick, and then it's like, and like a bunch of other things, and like how the company knows about the aliens, from Alien, because they know something, and that's kind of, and it's like, and they explain that. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool, and then this happens, and it's like, well, fuck that shit, I guess, right?
Somehow Interstellar is going to work in where it's like you go back in time and what's his name? Michael Jabitas? What's his name?
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey just lets everyone know that the aliens exist.
Yeah.
And then Dunkirk's going to work in. Dunkirk's going to work in somehow, and then Batman's going to come in and save the day.
Ridley Scott needs to get the guy from Ancient Aliens and he just goes Alien.
Yeah, that explains everything.
I'll be honest with you. I thought Alien was a little bit bigger than what it is, though. That movie only made $36 million, which is fine, but I thought it was way bigger than that.
You'd think so. You know what's an idea, and it makes sense, so it's probably not true. Somehow I want to say Morgan was like somehow fits into like the earliest timeline of the whole universe.
I wouldn't doubt it.
But it makes sense,
so
it's probably not true.
So it's probably not true.
Yeah.
Well, actually... Morgan actually takes place in the future. It's like it actually takes place after Alien Resurrection. It actually takes place after.
And somehow Skull Island's out there, just surrounded by hurricanes constantly.
An island surrounded by hurricanes. Think about that. Think about how stupid that is.
Think about how stupid fucking Samuel Jackson is in that movie. Yeah. Oh god.
Anyways.
Movies, man.
Yeah. Somehow Pirates of the Caribbean's connected to aliens.
Fuck it, why not? It'd be awesome. Fuck it, I want to see Jack Sparrow fighting aliens.
Jack Sparrow at the end of the new one, spoilers, he says, I got a rendezvous beyond the horizon. That's where he's going.
He's gonna go take on the aliens. He's gonna catch him one. He's gonna have it on his shoulder like the monkey.
Yeah. Dude, the more I think about it, though, the more I kind of want Jack Sparrow in Alien. That'd be cool.
How about just get Johnny Depp, even though he's like persona non grata right now. Even though apparently I think his ex-wife admitted that abuse accusations were like made up.
Who?
It was Johnny Depp.
Oh,
His ex-wife was like,
we're
you know,
talking about Cosby now.
yeah, Johnny Depp is like he was in like trouble and he was like nobody wanted to have anything to do with him because apparently like his wife like filed for like domestic abuse or whatever, but apparently she lied.
Oh.
Or they decided to stop talking about
That's
it.
majorly illegal.
Yeah, or they both just decided to stop talking about it and they dropped the charges. So it's like, I didn't do it.
Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman.
Oh god.
Somehow I got to that.
You went down a fucking rabbit hole. Fuck, man.
Doesn't it look like Morgan is in the official universe? But
Who knows?
Ridley Scott 10 years from now
It's
could
an
just be like, yeah,
extended
fuck it,
universe.
why not? It is. What?
It's in an extended universe.
Didn't he
Who
say?
knows? I don't know if there is an extended universe.
Or expanded.
Don't worry though. Next year we'll
Eric
get
who?
another. What?
Did you
It's-
say Eric?
No,
Oh.
instead of extended, I should have said expanded.
Oh, I thought you said Eric something. It's like, yeah, Eric
Don't worry.
who?
Next year we'll get another alien movie. We'll get The Predator, starring Bill Cosby. A movie where the director is quoted as saying is non-R ratings are for pussies.
I want to see that.
I do too, but just because I like those movies, like I like the first two Predator movies. Predators, no,
No.
that movie's god awful.
And even though it's getting bad reviews, I want to see Baywatch.
Yeah.
That's a good Ken Dig movie though. Like plastic popcorn,
Yeah, but-
you know, $10 for everything.
Yeah. I do want
The
to.
Rock's muscles don't look as good on that screen.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, maybe the less gay thing to say would be that boobs don't look as good as that on that screen. But I went right to The Rock's muscles
Yeah.
for some reason.
We gotta go to the movie tavern.
The Rock's bald,
see The Rock's
scrotum-looking head.
muscles. Yeah.
His head looks like a testicle.
Dude, fucking next week is Wonder Woman. The week after that's The Mummy. There's another
Wonder
movie
Rock.
after that.
Cars 3.
No.
Starring The Rock.
I mean, apparently that's going to be a big movie, but I just don't care about cars.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
How'd you get here?
Yeah.
Seriously.
How you going home?
Yeah.
No response.
How am I going home? I don't know. I'll walk home.
Okay.
I don't care about cars. I don't care about cars. Keith Kilgore 2017.
That's my campaign slogan. I'll run in 2020
I mean-
against The Rock and
Kanye.
Kanye West and Donald Trump. Wouldn't that be a... Just think of that lineup of four people
That's a
running
good
for
lineup.
president. Me, Donald Trump, The Rock, and Kanye West.
You're kind of like the Joe Exotic of the group.
Oh yeah, I'm full. Yeah, I'm Joe Exotic. I'm
The
gonna
Rock
make
is
a
kinda
tiger
like-
closure.
The Rock is kind of like Hillary. Like Donald Trump is Donald Trump, of course. The Rock's kind of like Hillary because it's like something about him just seems shady because he's too happy and he's like too nice all the time. Like there's got to be something. Like you can't be perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect human being, but you know you're the Rock.
But he's pretty close.
Yeah, but they're pretty close. Almost like he's up to something. Gotta check his emails.
And then whereas Kanye West is Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, pretty much. He's out there yelling some shit and turns out to be right. Except in his case, instead of like, 10%, he's like, I'm God.
And he's trying to talk over Taylor Swift at Music Awards.
Donald Trump, I'll let you finish.
I'm gonna let you finish. You know, your campaign was good and all, but it only had the best.
George Bush was the stupidest president of all time. Donald
Yeah.
Trump's like, I don't know about that. I don't know. I just started, I know I said that earlier, but I just started doing this all the time. Like, just something about it. I like it.
I do this.
comes
I've
natural.
started doing this just because of Phil Spencer. Just,
I'm gonna ask.
just putting with them. Just
That's how Phil Spencer punches people. It's just like,
yeah. All right.
Simba.
Alright. Let's just talk about a little bit music.
Bin Laden?
Bin
Talking about Bin Laden.
Yeah.
The thing about, did you hear,
No.
what is it about Batman? Just rumors that came out that, Scarecrow, Joker, and some other fucker are going to be the villains. Because the Batman movie, who knows? I don't think anyone knows anything about it, but they want to have multiple villains because it's DC, and we gotta get characters in this movie.
Yeah, they said that for a while. The rumor is that they're gonna do like an Arkham movie, so I can have like every villain.
The cameos.
That's not a good idea.
That's not a good idea.
Like it's a good idea for a game because you know what? Those take like 15
Arkham
hours.
Asylum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Arkham Asylum.
So that's so stupid. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, because it works like you have 15 hours, you can have a bunch of villains. When you have 2.5 or 3,
maybe
how
a 15-hour
DC likes
movie.
to make their movies.
Yeah. 15-hour movie.
I mean, they're making it that way. Justice League's supposed to be close to 3. Maybe Joss Whedon can trim some minutes off of that.
Maybe.
Trim some foreskin.
Ow.
I mean, 3 hours for Justice League, maybe. Because what it could do is give them time to flesh some shit out.
A lot of fighting.
Yeah.
Between
Guy
each
getting
other.
that guy getting in bathtubs with clothes on.
Aquaman versus the Flash. Yeah. I don't. You didn't notice me when we were at the movies earlier. We were watching the previews and the Force Awakens trailer was playing, and there's the part where the rock's levitating around Rey. I just leaned over. I was like, the dirt's moving.
He's in that movie too.
No, but
The Rock's levitating.
The rock's levitating.
Yeah, he's in Star Wars.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome.
That would
The Rock
be.
Could be in Star Wars. You just punch people.
You wouldn't have a lightsaber. He'd just.
What if he's Snoke?
That'd be incredible.
Yeah.
You jabroni.
They're kind of
Come to
such a jabroni.
Come to the dark side, you jabroni.
Candy ass.
Music, right?
Yeah. I got 3 things here, and then that's it. 4.
Do I hear
I got
5?
3 things here, and that's it.
Where's the one? Arch Enemy to release their new album,
Oh, that's
Will
a
to
good
Power, September 8th.
Who?
Arch Enemy.
Arch Enemy. It's gonna be the second album with Alyssa, so that'll be pretty cool.
Yay.
Decrepit Birth, which is a technical death metal band. It's been around for a while, but it's been 7 years since they put out a new album. They're going to put out a new one July 21st. It's called Access Monday. That'll be pretty wild.
Access Monday?
Yeah, Access Monday. Yes.
Access Hollywood Bus.
Between the Buried in Me, the Contortionist, Polyphia, Tooth Grinder, going to be doing a tour here. Between the Buried in Me is going to play Colors in its entirety.
Between the Bam.
Yeah. Between the Bam.
Majera.
Yeah. So that's cool. I'm excited for that. And then...
He's like one of those guys that we knew from high school that you just don't want to think about it anymore.
He kind of just...
Yeah.
Really quickly.
So, this one doesn't apply to a lot of people, but it applies to us, sort of. Rock Allegiance 2017.
Oh.
So that's a
one date.
big rock festival that's in our area. It's, 1 year they had Stone Temple Pilots, last year it was 2 days and stuff.
Access Monday just hit me. That's so fucking stupid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here's the lineup this year. It's October 7th in Camden, New Jersey.
Camden.
Starting at the bottom. Now
Now we're... Damn it!
Them Evils, Biters, He Is Legend, Greta Van Fleet, Black Mat, While She
Black
Sleeps,
Mat, that's racist.
Dead, spelled D-E-D, Bad Flower, Bleaker, Radke, which I'm pretty sure is Ronnie Radke from Falling in Reverse.
I broke him.
Yeah. Star
Wow.
Set, Beartooth, August Burns Red, Steel Panther. In This Moment,
August Burns Red. Steel. Alright.
In This Moment, Gojira, Mastodon, Marilyn Manson, Hailstorm, Five Finger Death Punch, Rob Zombie. What
Rob
a
Schneider.
fucking weird line. Seriously.
Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider said,
You can do it.
fight his fucking head off.
What a thing.
Yeah, that's
Right.
a thing.
It's only one day too, right?
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah. You go from masked Gojira? No. Seriously. You go from August Burns Red to Steel Panther to In This Moment to Gojira. Like, what the hell? Then to Mastodon and then some other shit. Like, holy crap. So, yeah. That's that. New music for the week. Let's talk about new jams. There's some stuff. Ailstorm with no grave but the sea.
Fucking shitty album.
Yeah, exactly. Folk metal from Scotland.
Pirate ass.
Port metal.
Yeah. Avatarium with hurricanes and halos.
Death metal.
Skull Island metal. Dude. Barrows with obsidian.
Barrels or barrows?
Barrows.
Barrels. With
Hard
what?
rock.
Obsidian.
Progressive?
Instrumental sci-fi metal.
Cool.
Whatever the fuck that is.
Sort of close.
Danzig with Black Laden Crown.
Whatever the fuck Danzig
Fucking
does
old
anymore.
old man boobs.
Yes. Have
Just there's some fucking old guy yelling way too loud over
yeah, dude.
a song.
I tried to listen to this. I don't know how.
You listen to that one? What is it called? Highway something? Highway 78 or whatever the song was. It's just like this cool music starts playing, and then just randomly just totally out of sync with the music. He's just like, ah!
Yeah, I know.
Starts like yelling.
That's what I thought when I was listening to this. Like, people are just listening to this just because of what Danzig's like.
Glenn.
He's a dude. You
His
know?
name is Glenn.
Yeah. It's like he's a fucking shitty singer. Like, really bad on this. I don't know. I can't get behind this.
Glenn.
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 Dream
I just don't
Evil.
see him being a guy that's like, Glenn.
Yeah.
What's up?
So
Like,
Glenn.
like he tries to act like this hard ass guy. And
He
his
acts
name's
like
Glenn.
Danzig.
Yeah, but his name's Glenn. Dream Evil. It's 6.
Hard rock. That sounds like a radio rock band. Dream Evil.
6.
Heavy metal.
6 metal.
Power metal. Live Evil.
Live evil.
Oh, Solstafir with I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not even gonna try.
Sauce the Fear.
Bird Draymond. Yeah.
Berg Draymond?
David
David
Draymond?
Draymond?
This
Draymond
is
Green?
some like post rock shit from Iceland.
Draymond Green metal?
Yeah.
Fucking Donkey from Shrek.
Donkey. 8.
Donkey.
Donkey.
8 kids with Den and Die Weir Warren.
Octomom. She
Hardcore.
back in the news?
Yes. Octomom?
Yeah, you remember Octomom? That lady had like 8 kids. Then it turned out she like impregnated. She didn't impregnate herself, but she got like, it was like an artificial insemination or whatever, something like that. And she was on like welfare because she couldn't afford 8 kids, and it's like, why the fuck you have 8 kids? And she's getting like plastic surgery to look like Angelina Jolie, and then she was out of money, so she did a porn.
Wow.
Yeah, man, that's a fucking cavern down there.
Yep.
I think overall she had like what 12 kids or something.
She had a couple prior.
Yeah. Couple just lying around.
Yeah. Probably don't. I mean,
Couple extra if you need.
Nadia Sulman was her name.
Jesus Christ.
Never watched the porn though.
Yeah.
Have to watch that.
I was gonna say, just
I'll do a
now,
review
now
on
you
that,
now
yeah.
you got me curious. Now,
Yeah.
time to check the porn hubs.
Yeah. Alright.
Apparently, fidget spinners are big on Pornhub.
You get
Evo with Warfare.
Evo,
Evo.
Evo.
Fighting
Oh.
metal. Heavy metal. The letter Black with Pain.
Is that like? I want to say black metal, but I don't feel like that's it.
Alternative metal.
Alternative metal. The letter black.
Mark Slaughter with Halfway There.
Hard rock?
Glam.
Bon
I
Jovi
wonder if
tribute.
this guy's from the band Slaughter from the 80s.
Slaughter.
Nitro Gods with Roadkill Barbecue.
What's that? Grindcore maybe?
Southern metal.
Rock.
Fuck.
Christian rock.
Rock.
2 more. New York in 64 with The Gentle Indifference of the Night.
Muslim rock.
Progressive. Rock.
Instrumental progressive.
The rock.
The rock.
Last one. White Nails with First Trip.
Jewish.
Post.
Swedish.
Stoner.
Swedish ass crack.
Stoner. Some stuff that you can listen to.
Woohoo! Wahoo! Wow! Wow, I'm surprised I did that good.
So is this over?
I guess.
And that's a great way to end an episode. So is this over?
We done yet? God.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
Next week we'll have the 3 predictions.
And Luke.
Yes.
Are we doing that in this or are we making that a separate video?
We're going to do it right here.
We can do it right here? Alright, fuck it. Because probably not that much is going to happen, hopefully. Watch everything will fucking
We're
happen
gonna
now.
fly to Burger King and do it.
Burger King?
I'm getting tired.
Burbs. Beaver King.
Slayer by
Beaver King?
Berber.
Oh, God, my nuts.
Loris Burgess Frisbee. What was her name?
Asteroid.
Asteroid Burger Frisbee.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be a